daughter of Sir David the Bard. We're raising money for the hungry children in the Philippines. So please donate to the New Caribou website. And I don't remember.
You're on. You're on. Go.
Hi, I am Lady Alison, and I want to thank Anna Young for...
Honey, we don't say people's full name on here because it goes out to millions of people. Now, do it again. Hello.
Don't you cancel it?
No, we're not going to cancel it. You make mistakes, you live with them. Hello.
Hello.
Look at the camera.
I am Lady Alison, and today is my real birthday, and I'm turning 10, and I just want to thank... First name?
First name's okay, yeah.
Anna for giving me the $5 and the Brave card.
Show the card so she knows. Show the card.
I am. The card is in there. Oh.
So that she knows. Okay, now get your birthday card. Jesus. All right, hold it up so people can see it to the camera. That's it. Open it up and see what it does. Hold it up so people can see it. Close it and show them the card. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. To prove that I have the $5, it's right here.
To prove you've got it, and to prove that your dad just
took
it.
My money.
You want to make a donation, don't you? Ooh, a donation to yourself, huh?
Yes, to myself.
All right. Are you gone so I can talk?
Bye.
Here, take your stuff.
Now I'm gonna go watch Netflix.
Okay, don't bug me. Shut the door, please.
I'm never bugging you.
Get out of here. Shut the door. All right. Other than a thank you video, I wanted to add to her thank you. I have 186 countries, and I just turned 300,000 hits, and my mom is busy on her computer. And I want to say something that is, to me, important. Now, it's to you important. Turn me off. I don't care. I don't get paid for this, folks. I get a lot of satisfaction. I have a letter here, and the lady knows who it is, and I'm not going to give her last name, whether she wants it or not. But this is a January 5th letter, and her name is Anna, and she's been donating money just like the rest of you have been donating for the kids in the Philippines, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. And here's what I want to observe. Here's what I want to observe. It seems like people who've had some really hard knocks in life, I guess, seem to be the most charitable. Now, maybe I'm making a judgment. I am. Those of you that have been, in the mud, the blood, and the beer, divorced, ill health, poverty up the kazoo. I have a couple of watchers, listeners, humans. Maybe they're not humans. Maybe they're just animals that gather around when the old ladies put on. Look at that. That's interesting. And all the dogs and cats watch me. I have some people. I had one lady say something that really pulled at my heart, because poverty has no name, has no gender, has no country, it has no economy. Poverty is poverty. And when people are hungry, that upsets me. It upsets me so much. I'm spending, the end of my life right here. The end of my life. I'm 65 next month. I've had quad bypass surgery. Alan says it's going to kill me before the heart gives out. I know that. But I saw these two kids in the Philippines before I adopted them. And my oldest one, Abigail, never smiled. I never saw Abigail ever smile. And they both slept on the ground, slept on the floor. Sometimes it was wet. Many times there's cockroaches and snakes, spiders, iguanas, mosquitoes with malaria. And I looked at my own life and I thought, hell, you know, I'm retired and I don't have a lot of extra money. I have grown children. I don't give them a lot of money at all. In fact, the truth is I don't give them any money at all. But anyway, I have the expenses of my home and my wife and my kids. And I looked at these two children and I said, I can share. I have enough to share. Maybe I won't get as many Big Macs. And you can see that didn't happen. The Big Macs kept coming. I thought, well, maybe, you know, my wife and I go out to dinner or lunch every 2 or 3 days. And that's always 15 or 20 bucks. And I thought maybe one day we won't go out. And I saw how my children lived, and it broke my heart. I could have bought, in my old age, perhaps a hunting cabin or maybe a second home. Maybe a nice black Cadillac, the big one with the big engine in it, you know, and all the GPS, and I could get a hair piece and a mustache and a cardboard man to drive it that doesn't weigh 280 pounds. And he waves at the girls as he goes by, and they just laugh their ass off like they always do. Anyway, I decided to use my retirement for bringing those little girls to the United States of America. It was hard. There's a lot of not just money, but attorneys and a lot of interviews in the Philippines, and try to fake your way through a mental evaluation. Yep, the Bard did it. I had to go to more judges and more social workers than we have in the United States. But you know, I remember the day I was sitting in court, and my two girls and my wife, Mercy, were sitting on the front bench, and I was up on the stand, where I usually am in divorce cases. Do you swear to tell the truth? No, I'm not telling any truth, not the whole truth, or any of the truths. I'm an atheist, so it can't be, so help me God. And get that Bible thing away from me. That's cult shit. So anyway, I was sitting there, and the prosecutor in the Philippines, when you adopt, his job is to stop the adoption. His job is like a legal, a criminal matter. He's a prosecutor. And boy, he was hammering the shit out of me up there. And he was saying, well, how old are you? And I said, well, I look a little older than my real age. I'm 21. He goes, do you lie? And I said, all the time, so I can get through life. And he says, well, you look too old to be a father. I said, well, I'm going to agree with you because everyone calls me Grandpa, so I don't care. So he said, well, do you have enough money to support these girls? And I said, well, I think I do. Then he wanted to know the income. Do you have a house? I go, yeah, well, yeah, I have a house. Is it, you know, a shack? I go, yeah, it's about 4,000 square foot shack. He went on and on and on. You're bald. I know. You're ugly. I know. You probably have a heart attack. Yeah, I know. And finally the judge stopped him. And the judge turned to me, and he was right beside me there. And he said, Mr. Bard. He said, Sir David, what is the real reason you want to adopt these two little girls? And I said, well, Your Honor, I love them. He told the prosecutor, sit down. He hit the gavel, and that was the beginning of the acceptance. It had to go to 3 more courts up through the Supreme Court and the President of the Philippines. Those of you similar to me that have suffered, I've been in the mud and the blood and the beer. In fact, I've lived in the mud and the blood and the beer most of my life. Some of you can't walk. Some of you can't talk. I had one lady that brought emotion to me when she said, I want to give money to the Filipino children, but all I can do is when I go to the food bank, I get my own rice, and I would be happy to send some of that to the Philippines. Some of you are divorced. Some of you have had some real heartache, tragic things. Children that have died, spouses that have been disloyal, your best friends betraying you, your health you can't control, and, you know, I have to admit, I'm having a little bit of a hard time these last 30 or 40 days in my own life. I can't remember things I should be able to remember. I take off-ramps that I should have never taken before. I get in the car and I'm going somewhere and I forgot where I'm going. I left one day and forgot to tell one of the kids that I was leaving. Then I realized an hour later that I should have said something and I didn't. I sleep a lot. I lay down and sit down in a chair, and when I close my eyes, I'm asleep almost immediately. I'm now talking in my sleep. Thank God I don't have an affair going. I wouldn't have a penis anymore. If you marry a Filipino girl and you have an affair, their traditional way is to cut your penis off and throw it out the window of the kitchen. And I'm always looking out the window of the kitchen, making sure I'm okay. So I had a little balance trouble. I fell down the other day. Felt like a goddamn, or not a god, because I don't believe in God. Felt like an atheist fool. And I feel it. I have a few things like this insulation here. Most of you have been so generous and kind to say, get that damn insulation covered. You're going to get cancer. I know it. And my skill level. I can't get up on ladders anymore. And when I do things that I used to do 20 years ago, now it looks like a third grader did it. It's crooked, the nails are bent, it's just screwed up. I have to pay people now to do almost everything. I have to call down to Alison, my 10-year-old. She just turned 10 today.
Dad,
what, hon?
You left her violin in the car. Can I go get it?
The violin?
Yeah, her Trey's violin.
Oh, yeah, go get it.
Bye-bye.
Kid left a violin in the car. Not my kid, another kid I took home. I'm not trying to give you a damn sad story. I'm a happy person. God, not God, atheist God. I have been so blessed in my life to have that little girl that just opened the door there and said, hey, can we get in the car? Knowing Alison, she'll drive the damn thing away. I was just going to get the violin, but the key made the car move, and I started steering it. Damn. That's what's going to kill me right there. That's probably what keeps me alive every damn day. I've got to call down to Alison. Hey, can you make me a sandwich? Can you make me some pork and beans or whatever? And she does. And she helps me with my meds. She puts all my meds out. She shoots all my insulin for me. And Abigail, same way. She's babysitting all the time and taking care of me. And I'm getting more... and it's hard. It's emotional to me. Maybe some of you can relate to what I'm saying. Sometimes I just feel like crying. Sometimes I just feel like, I'm getting old and I can't do the things I did before. And I'm sad because of that. My life is happy, but this hand here, when they did the quad bypass, they paralyzed these 3 fingers here. I can't lift with this hand. And when I'm trying to nail nails and screw screws in, they fall out. And I'm up on top of the ladder, and I'm screaming and yelling, get me this, get me that. I drop the hammer on the baby's head. Get your head out of the way. Dad, you keep dropping. I go, I know. I hope some of you are lifted by some of the things I say. There's no reason for me to be on here other than I'm bored to hell. And Netflix is bitching. I'd like to go out and watch some more Netflix. The baby knows how to get it on. I don't have any. We have a Wii, you know, and I thought, you know, a Wii was a half of wee-wee. No, it's not. I owned daycare centers for years, and so I thought if someone has to take a wee, they go in the bathroom. But here you have a wee, and it's not W-E-E, it's W-I. And so anyway, I like to go out and watch Wii, and I've got to call Allison because I can't see shit anymore. I can't see the remotes anymore. I hope I'm on the damn screen. I can't see if I'm even on the video. But I want you to know, no matter how bad it gets, there's things we have to accept. I'm not going to get younger. I might get better looking if I lost 200 pounds. That's a possibility. Gives me hope. There are things we lose, and those are lessons that we need to learn. If you've lost a spouse or a child, if you've been divorced, if your retirement didn't come out and you're getting food from the food bank, those are negative things that do happen to all of us, not just you. Not just you. You need not to look into the window of people's lives. You need to look at the panorama of people's lives. You look into somebody today, oh, they've got a new car, they're rich, they're flying all over, they're on cruises, but you stretch that damn thing out and you'll find in their younger age and in their old age, their miserable, terrible things have happened to them. So what I'm saying to you is I do feel it the way you do. There's times when I spill stuff like a baby all the time at the table, and Allison grabs a rag, or Alice or Abigail, and they come over and they clean it up. And I'm just a little, I guess the word is frustrated. I don't mind being old, but I mind losing my independence. I used to be able to take care of my family. If someone broke a doorknob, I could fix it. A pipe fell off, I could fix it. This fireplace, it won't start, I can fix it. Now I can hardly get in and out of bed without help. And I want you to be lifted. I could easily give up. You know I've tried to commit suicide 5 times. And a lot of you are funny, saying I can't do anything right. And my ex-wives have sued the hospital several times saying, you should have let him go. You should have let him go. Those bitches. And anyway, I want you to do the best you can. I haven't recorded in the last 3 or 4 days. When I saw those pictures come from the Philippines with all the receipts, all the people that you fed, I sat in my chair in the bedroom there and just stared off into space for like 4 or 5 hours. I was ready to go, folks. I've done what I came to do, I guess. At least I helped somebody with your money. At least I did the best I could. And it made the whole circle, from you giving the $5 here and getting it to the bank, getting it to the Philippines, getting the rice, offloading the rice, getting it into people's homes, 4 or 5 days. Tell me who else could do that. Me and you. I'm proud of you. Me? That's a good thing. It's a good thing. I want you to do only the best you can. I go in the kitchen. And this is hard for me to say this shit because I'm so young and so handsome and so cool, you know, and I think I'm James Bond until I look in here and go, holy shit, who's that fat old bald guy? What the hell? I go in the kitchen and I go to open a can of pork and beans, and I can't see where the can goes into the can opener. And you know me, I'm a very patient person, being bipolar. I don't know where that can of beans landed. I know it launched out of Australia here, out of Kangaroo City, but I don't know where the hell the damn thing stopped. Well, now I have a talk with the can opener. And I say, you son of a bitch. You bastard. I got you a DI. I can put you back a DI. Next time I put a can in there, open your mouth. And he says, dumb shit, you don't even have it close to the cutter. And I go, I don't care. Move it over there and cut the son of a bitch. I went in the kitchen the other day, and my mom always taught me to not have the handles of the pans out where kids can reach up and pull off. And I was scalded. I pulled off a big bowl of chili, a pot of chili, and scalded myself. Well, I walk in there, and sure enough, between me and my fat ass and not being able to see shit, I knock crap off the stove, and it's down the front of the stove, it's on the floor, and I'm slipping and sliding like I think I'm going to go into the Olympics. And the kids stand back. They go, he's going down. Don't try to help him. He's going down. We've seen this one before, and I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. The other day I was laying in the jacuzzi going, hey, the Bard's got it made. And then I said to myself, Jesus, what if I have a heart attack in the jacuzzi and I've got the doors locked? Not only the paramedics can't get in, but my family can't get in. No one can get in there to help me. And I thought, there goes part of my privacy. So I had to now start leaving one door unlocked when I'm in the jacuzzi. And that's, losing some of my freedom and losing some of my dignity, which I have none. But when you have none and you lose more, that goes way down. That makes you feel like a dog shit. So anyway, I'm just sharing with you because so many of you have been kind. Some of you are real asshats, and I don't care about that either. You can say, good, I'm glad he's dying. The Mormons go, good, he'll be gone. But Jesus keeps me alive. The Mormon Jesus keeps visiting me. We have coffee in the morning, and he says, hey, do another 1 or 2 videos. I got to get those Mormons my name off of their church. So, let me say, there's a lot of you out there that are hurting more than me. I appreciate that. I appreciate that you even click on here. I appreciate that sometimes you'll take a few minutes and make a comment, and I don't care if it's a positive comment or negative. If I've done something in your life that has helped you think, helped you motivate, helped you to meditate, that's what I'm all about. That's what I'm all about. I'm not here to get your money. I'm not a preacher. I'm not Joseph Smith, nor do I want to be. I want you to be as happy as you can be. And when I saw those pictures come back from the Philippines of the receipts and the pictures of the people who ate your money that was turned into food, I was ready to die. I said, I've done it. I've done it all. That's what I've wanted my whole life, is to be able to help somebody else have something because of something that I did. And I've had so many of you make a comment that when you give $5 or $10 or whatever, how good it makes you feel. And, I put $5, $10, $15 in there every couple of times I can too, because it makes me feel good. Because I see what that money has done for my 2 girls. So, in summary, thank you for your faithfulness. Thank you for your tolerance. And as long as I can sit in a chair, and as long as Alison can hold a camera, I'm going to keep going. I've been in the hospital. I have some pictures I haven't put up. I may put them up now that I've said something of me with quad bypass, and my 2 girls standing there beside me and thinking, they're pretty young for me to go, and if it happens, it happens. I can't control it. But you know what I can control? I can control the next 3 minutes right here. And then when I close this particular video, I can go out there and play with my 10-year-old who's turned 10. She's such a young woman these days. And I can be partially happy. I wish I was 22 again and a young father, that I could throw the ball at the kids. When the kids throw the ball at me, I can't see shit. Hits me in the head. Dad's down again. Dad, play tennis with us. Okay. Dad, the tennis net is over here. Oh, okay, I just couldn't see it. There were holes in it. And when I'm driving, the 10-year-old will say, Dad, are you still awake? And I said, of course I am. She says, then why are your eyes asleep? So I have to bring her up in the front on the bump where there's no seatbelt, but we connect the seatbelt so she has one. And I said, it's your job to keep me awake. And she'll sit and stare at my eyes, and as soon as my eyes, bam! Oh, I'm okay. Dad, yeah, I'm okay. I'm about every 30 seconds. She's keeping me alive and the family alive and awake. So you make the best. You make the best out of what you got, folks. I don't like to be losing my independence. I don't like to be dependent upon anybody. I never have been dependent upon anybody. I would rather have someone else die eating the food than me sharing it and surviving myself. So please, if you're in a position to send $5, $10, whatever, to the Filipino Fund, go on to the YouTube, my main page. Go up in the right-hand corner there. You'll see PayPal. Put in $5, $10. There's 150 that's already been spent. Those are the pictures that you see in the Facebook. Click on Facebook right there underneath PayPal, and you can see where your last $100 went. There's another 100 sitting in the bank in the Philippines, and it's being distributed now here over the next 3 or 4 days. When that's gone, I'm going to send my last 120 to the Philippines, and then I'm out of money. The kids in the Philippines are out of money. I'm not going to beg you. That ain't my job. You know, you people donate because you want to. You know, if you need someone screaming and yelling and giving you a handkerchief that you can wave, you know, there's the Hinckley handkerchief, and say, this has a blessing on it. Just sniff it, and the Lord will bless you. If you need that shit, donate to those people. I don't care. Well, all my money is your money, and it goes to the Philippines. I don't take any money. We have no overhead, and $5 does pay for, let's see, $5 is 10 pounds of rice, and that's a big bag of rice, and when you blow it up with water, it's really big. So $5, $10 makes a difference. Send in your money, and you'll watch my chart. Every time you send in money, the chart pops up, tells how much more we've got. And for those of you that do suffer, and most of us do, some of us suffer silently, and I just want you to know that my concerns, not my prayers, because if you have a Jesus, why isn't he comforting you? Can you click on Jesus YouTube? I'm not trying to sell atheism, folks. I'm trying to tell you I'm just a human being. I'm not making any money off of this Filipino stuff. I'm not having any fame or fortune. No one's ever asked me for an autograph. I've always said the first person that asked me for an autograph, I'll probably quit because I don't want to be that famous. 186 countries all over the world, and 300+ thousand hits. I'm proud that I'm doing the best I can, and I know many, many of you are. And as a man, I used to say, I'm not donating to anybody because I know they're all a ripoff. Well, if you want me to take a picture of your $20 over to the bank, and then 20 through the wire to the Philippines, and then 20 over to buy the rice, I'll do that. I'll do whatever I can do to help feed those little people. They can't get a job. They can't feed themselves. And so this month we're going half into the orphanage again, and we're going half into the squatters camp. Now next month, with your permission, I'm going to take the donations, and I'm going to buy children in the orphanage education. They can go to a public school for 60 pesos, $1.50. They can go to school for a whole year. Most of them don't go. They don't have clothes. They don't have the $1.50. So with your permission, let's put 10, 15, 20 kids into a public school. Give them a couple of new socks and shirts, and they'll take them over. The orphanage can move them. And let's pay for those little kids to be able to read and write, and maybe get a chance at life. So thank you. And I hope you don't feel that my aches and pains are like an old person telling you, oh, this tooth, let me tell you, this boob. It ain't that, folks. Well, it could be a boob. No, it's not that. I just want you to know I feel. I've had 14 kids. I've been fired. I've had to move. I've had houses repoed. I've had cars repoed. I've been without employment. I've been on church welfare. I have had the Mormon church give me food and pay a couple of payments on a house. I've been there, folks, so I know what you're going through. If you can help the kids in the Philippines, you want to, do it. You know, don't do it. It doesn't hurt me. It doesn't hurt me at all. It's how you feel. That's what's important, not how I feel. I appreciate you. And I guess I'm going to say that I love some of you, because some of you have been so kind to me. I've never had anybody be kind to me because I'm bipolar. And most people hate bipolar people. And I've got a letter here that just brought tears to my eyes of a handicapped person and an abused person that says, you know, you've made my life happier. And so that makes me proud. And I want to encourage you. Things can change. I don't care how crippled you are. I don't care how poor you are. You know, I learned something from my wife, Mercy, when I was dating her on the internet. And I wrote to her and I said, "Are you poor?" See, I didn't know how poor she really was. And it took a few days, and she wrote back and she said, "Well, we don't have any money, but we're not poor." I said, how does that match up? She says, "Because we have hope. H-O-P-E. We're not poor. We just don't have any money." 2 master's degree. That was more important for me to learn than anything my professors ever said to me. You're not poor. You're just out of money right now. Won't always be that way. And it wasn't for her. It wasn't for her. 38, 39 years old. I married her. She has her own house. She has 2 new cars. She has her job. She has everything. Just a chance. That's all she needed. And I know these little kids in the Philippines, all they need is just enough food to get through the day, a couple of pairs of shoes that they can walk down to the public school. Yeah, there's 60 kids in a classroom. But right now, they just sit out in front of the orphanage and watch the cars go by. What kind of a life is that going to be for these young people? So, I'm going to send my 15, 20 bucks here and there, and if you send your 15 and 20 together, I'll put the pictures back up again of the second load, the third load, and you will see the pictures of the children that you educated and that you fed. You're making a difference, and I'm proud to be part of that. Thank you so much.